right. ESPN put out this graph right here with the title saying who's really the king of the 147-pound division. Somebody sent this to me with the title, who's been really doing the heavy lifting? And I couldn't wait for the opportunity to respond to you, because it's always this talk of heavy lifting. It is actually an oxymoron statement to me. It makes no sense. Who's been doing the heavy lifting conversation to me is futile. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay? Because although I understand where people are trying to go with it, I'm going to show you why that conversation and that statement, whatever, is completely pointless. All right? When you look at Errol Spence and you look at Terrence Bud Crawford, in all actuality, Errol Spence is supposed to have the better resume. I'm not mad if somebody says that Errol Spence does have the better resume. He has the bigger casual names. I've already explained a good name versus a good opponent. Those are two different things, but we're not on this right now. We're just going to stick, we're just going to keep it real simple. All right. I have no problem if somebody says that, because it's supposed to be that way. Why is it supposed to be that way? Because they just seem to forget that Terrence Bud Crawford is a 2-time lineal 3-division champion. Let me say it again. 2-time lineal 3-division champion. Errol Spence is supposed to have a better resume because he spent his entire career there so far. Okay? Errol Spence was fighting at 147 while Terrence Bud Crawford was cleaning out a weight class. Okay? So I would like to think if somebody has spent their entire career at 147, when I come to 147, I would kind of expect you to have a better resume than me. So you're supposed to, but the fact that I am the new kid on the block, and I know he's been there for a while, but as far as 147, he hasn't spent his entire career there. So since I'm the new guy on the block, don't you find it funny that they're comparing you, who's been here the entire time, me, who just got in this division, that they're comparing us as the two best for best at 147. You're not even the best at 147. You're just one of the best at 147. I've been the best where I'm coming from, where I came from. I am the best. Okay? And then I got into your backyard, and guess what? I'm neck and neck with you. So what does that say? And I also earned my pound for pound status fighting at 147. The pound for pound status didn't really come until he got to 147. So he got his pound for pound status, he got a belt, and he's being compared to the top in the division while being the new guy in the division. And you've been there the entire time. You better hope and pray your resume is better than Terrence Bud Crawford, because it's supposed to be. That's why that whole talk of who's doing the heavy lifting, it doesn't make no sense, because in the grand scope of boxing, Errol Spence can't stand next to Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Bud Crawford's been doing all the heavy lifting, and it's been proven. The Hall of Fame induction, or being one of those chose to potentially become a Hall of Famer, lets you know everything right there. Errol Spence can't touch this guy as far as accomplishments in boxing. So overall, who's doing the heavy lifting? In boxing, it's Terrence Crawford. Now, if you want to talk about 147, I'm going to put it like this. It's debatable, and it shouldn't be, because Errol's been there the whole time. So what does it look like this guy who just came into 147, who got catapulted and compared with the top guy at 147, and he ain't been there this entire time, but Errol Spence has? How come he ain't undisputed yet? Jamel's already done it. He got one belt left, and he talked about leaving the weight class. Don't talk to me. Stop it. Stop with these games. Because half of the time, it just takes basic common sense to destroy y'all to bits, to expose that, maybe it's too much fanboying going on for you to actually talk logical and sensible about boxing or even this match. Because as far as this whole who's doing the heavy lifting. I just broke it down for you. It's a stupid conversation that shouldn't even be had. And the fact that you're comparing him to him should let you know what it really is, because you shouldn't be able to compare the two. Because Errol Spence has been there the entire time. He has had a big lead, a big advantage, and all the names are on his side. He's supposed to have it. But the fact that y'all even having this conversation with Terrence Bud Crawford in the conversation, and he's coming from another division, just cleaning it out, lets you know everything right there. That's why just the fact that y'all having a conversation points all the fingers at Bud being the one, because he shouldn't be able to be sitting next to, across to, compared to, or none of that stuff with somebody who's been there this entire time. Tell me I'm lying. You mean to tell me there's no advantage to starting off at 147 while I've been starting off in other weight classes? You're not gonna, if you can stay alive and you can stay undefeated, you're not gonna have a good resume? You're not gonna be the man up there? Why are they not comparing Errol Spence's resume to any other 147 pounder? Why is it just Terrence Crawford? You can compare Errol Spence's resume to anybody else. You guys is picking Terrence Bud Crawford. And like I said, he ain't been fighting there this whole time, but Errol has. So how is he able to do that? But yet he still ain't done that. If he ain't done nothing, then why y'all using him as a template of comparison when you have a whole 147 pound division to pick from? But you ain't picked them. You picked Bud. Just the fact that y'all having that conversation alone basically admits you know who the man is. And just for the record, we're just talking about a resume as far as 147 goes. As far as overall resume, ain't no way in the world no Errol Spence has a better resume than a two-time lineal, three-division, unified, undisputed, pound-for-pound fighter. Ain't no way Errol Spence got a better resume than him. You guys are just talking about at 147. And at 147, it's debatable. And like I said, it shouldn't be. But overall resume from top to bottom, there is no comparing Errol with Terrence Bud Crawford. Are you crazy? Because at the end of the day, Errol Spence still hasn't done in one weight class what Terrence Bud Crawford has already done in two. And that's all I got to say about that. Like, comment, subscribe. Bruce Vane, I'm out.